What's up? What's up? I'm Crystal Rosas. This is our Z100 Artist Interview Lounge presented by Celsius Energy Drinks. She's bold, unfiltered, biting back harder than ever. Her sophomore album, Bite Me, dropping later this summer. Over 1.4 billion streams. Billboard charting debut album. She's redefining what it means to be a pop powerhouse. Her single, Leave Me Alone, hit over 1.4 million streams in 24 hours, and it made its award show debut at the AMAs. We see her collabs with icons like Paris Hilton, Charlize Theron, repping her vision and partnerships with Save the Children and Reverb, fueling her impact beyond the stage. She isn't just making music, she's making a movement, and we're so excited to chat with her about what she's been up to recently. Reneé Rapp.
Hi.
Welcome back home.
Thanks, man. Thank you. Thanks.
These are familiar streets to you.
Very.
You've worn different hats around New York City. How does it feel to wear the one you're wearing now and who you are now here?
Feels good. I mean, I love being in New York. Every time I'm back here, I always threaten to move here part-time because I love it so much. And also I'm here so much. I spend so much fucking money on hotels that I'm like, I might as well just get a place at this rate. But yeah, no, it feels good.
Do you have your go-to spots that you miss from living here that you like to take a pit stop to?
Not really. They've all changed so much since I lived here. Because I lived here at this point 5-6 years ago. So they're so different now. But yeah, every time I'm here, I like to hit where I love, for sure.
I do say that if you have a go-to spot, you need to go because tomorrow it might change here in the city. Huh?
Of course, absolutely. Absolutely, yeah.
And now we're celebrating your new album dropping later this summer. We just mentioned you're in your Bite Me era. So how has it been working on this project?
Good. It was great. It was a long time coming, I feel like. It was definitely some of the most challenging writing experiences and processes that I've had, but I think in turn it was also the most fulfilling.
Why do you think that this one was opening up a new shelf for you?
I think I just care more.
Wow.
I think I just care more. I think I just wanted to make music that I was interested in and that I knew what was going on with. So whether other people did or not, I wanted to walk away and just be happy with it.
So you feel like you were pulled in different directions and now you're we're getting more of actually you.
Yeah, now I'm just kind of doing I'm making music that I enjoy making as opposed to I think what other people would sway me to do or want to do.
When you're going into those vulnerable places, do you feel like you have limits of what you want to give, or are you just trying to do it all right now?
I think it appears that I have limits of what I want to give, but I don't know that I really do. Or actually the opposite. I think it appears that I don't have limits, but I actually think that I'm much more tactful about it than it appears. But yeah, I ultimately am just gonna go in and write what I feel on the day. So it's if that's gonna be something scathing and honest, then it will be. And if it's also not and it's something I want to protect more, then it will be.
Was there a moment during this process where it kind of clicked for you that, okay, you know what, I can make these decisions and I can use my own voice?
I think but honestly, before I started making it, I felt that way. I was I'm kind of done listening to everybody who's giving me opinions, who's never written a song a day in their life. I was why would I listen to you? So I was I'm not really interested in doing that. Just doesn't make sense.
And what about the fans? I know that they have so much that they want from you and are giving you ideas. So do you read comments like that or messages? Do you take into that into account, or are you I just need to be tunnel vision?
No, I just kind of, I've never really seen anything that's well, this is more what we want. I guess I have. Yeah, I guess I just really don't know. If I agree, then sure, I'll do more of it. But if I don't, then I'm not going to do that, because then also I'm doing something for somebody else as opposed to doing it for myself. And that's not the point. I'm kind of my own boss, so I don't really want to start not feeling like that now,
With your last single you just dropped, Leave Me Alone, it got so much love and the numbers went crazy. That must have been so awesome to see that it was.
Yeah, it was it was nice. I mean, I don't really like, I don't know. I don't necessarily feel, I try not to like
Mm-hmm.
feel it like that or like play into it at all or let that like feeling sit with me because I feel like then it just makes me like complacent.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like it definitely. Nah, I actually I don't even know if there was a time when it did feel good, to be honest. I'm just like, this is, it's just coming out and like hopefully it is what it is, you know.
Mm-hmm. But then when you receive love from it and the fans are liking it,
It makes me happy. It
yeah.
makes me happy, but I don't really. I'm not a very like excitable person when it comes to like my like personal stuff. I don't really get very excited. I like try to like play everything down so that it's like more manageable, you know.
Where does that come from?
Um, Everything is like fleeting. So I don't really feel like I want to like get like super gassed about things that
Mm-hmm.
might be like gone the next day or might be like interpreted differently the next day, you know? Also, like everybody's attention span is really really short and so is mine. So like I think it also just comes from me being like, okay, good, on to the next thing. Like I like to like check boxes and move in that way.
So you're trying to stay as present as you can
Yeah,
with doing
totally.
that. I hear that. I
Totally.
feel that.
Totally.
So this process of making your album and really being yourself on it, how cool has that been working with the people that you get to pick?
So nice. I mean, so nice. It's nice. I like working with people that I trust.
Mm-hmm.
I like working with people that like challenge me and also like people that like creatively will tell me no. Because I feel like that's kind of how you get better. But ultimately, those same people, like if they tell me no and then I go back and I'm like, no, yes, it should be this thing, then like those are also the people that are like gonna trust me and be like, oh, okay, no, well, she sees something for this that I don't really. So like, let's double down and do that. But yeah, it's like it's a nice like 50-50 of like I feel really entitled to my opinion, and I also feel that everyone I work with is also entitled to their opinion when it comes to like creative stuff.
That's good to have a circle that you can trust and is not just yes people. And
Totally. Yeah, I hate a yes man. That's disgusting to me. It's pointless to have around.
and you also announced that you're going to be headlining your tour, which is amazing. Stopping here at MSG, thank you. Isn't
Yeah.
that cool that you're going to be performing at such an iconic venue, just yourself?
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's something I've always wanted to do. So yeah, I'm excited. I also like playing in New York. I just think New York shows are really fun. Everybody in New York is really like excited and like loves good music and like it's just like such like a densely like populated community here that like New York shows are just always so gas. Yeah.
And you wear so many different hats when you're on a Broadway or when you're writing, and now we're going to see you on stage for your own tour. So how has it been now that you're working on your big tour?
So nice. So nice.
What does it look like
Um
prepping for it?
I don't know. We like haven't even really started yet, to be honest. I like, to me I, to me like I'm just excited about like the world that like the album lives in. So like that's kind of all I'm thinking about really at the moment is just like waiting for the album to come out. And seeing how people respond to it, because that I think will be like a testament of like what ends up like sticking on the tour and what doesn't.
True.
You know?
What do you want people to feel when they hear the full album?
I feel like I just want people to feel like loose and like carefree, and also that like kind of like vengeful sort of like fuck off kind of attitude that I think is maybe like not shamed a lot, but is like, oh, like no, like you should smile, you should be da da da. It's like I don't really think that's like conducive to like the like human experience. That doesn't really go exactly. So yeah, I think it's like I think it should feel like free and like kind of like liberating, you know.
I think that's why a lot of your fans do connect with you, because when you're doing interviews, when you're chatting, when you're on socials, you're not afraid to say the things that others might be afraid to say because they're going to get canceled or because they're going to get a side eye or hate from one community or another.
Sure.
So how and where did you get that from to have that mentality where like I'm just gonna say what I actually feel?
I mean, I don't know. Like, I just never really was doing anything else. Like, this is just kind of how I talk and communicate. And it's the way that I always have. Like, I was, like, raised by two people that were like, you, like, be truthful and, like, be honest with how you feel at all times and, like, protect yourself and protect other people. So, like, I don't really know how else to do it. This is just kind of the only way that I've ever spoken and communicated.
Yeah, yeah. And now we're in the thick of summertime here in New York. Do you have any bucket lists for summer, or are you just like head down, work in tunnel vision?
I want to go on a vacation at some point. I want to like take like a week vacation. I feel like that would be really, really, really nice. Maybe later this summer.
What does vacationing and resting look like for you?
Getting away from literally everyone. Yeah, I want to be like in a very remote place. Turn my phone off.
Yeah.
Not have to answer any questions and like texts and things like that. I just want to kind of like fuck off for just like a week. If I do more than a week, I'll probably start to get nervous about it. But I think that a week off would be super nice.
Right. Same. I'm like right with you. I just need just a week, no phone, please.
Yeah, dude. I think it'd be nice.
We're manifesting that for each other.
Yeah, we're gonna get it.
Right now, where you're at, celebrating your new album, how does it feel to be Reneé Rapp?
Good and also bad at the same time. Don't know. It's like it's exciting, but I think it's also equally anxiety inducing, if not more anxiety inducing. So I don't know. I'm trying to like do an okay job of like balancing my personal life and like my work life and maintaining some sort of like routine and doing the things for myself that I need to do in order to not like crash out. But it's kind of hard to sometimes. It's hard to. It's also just like it's kind of an uphill battle. You sort of just like something gets harder every day, So I don't know. It's good and it's also stressful.
Yeah. So we're praying for that and that you get your time and that you manage that because for all of us, I know it's not easy.
Yeah, it's hard.
Thank you for always giving us your best and
Thanks,
your
dude.
love. And we can't wait for the album.
Thanks, Emmy.
And we can't wait to have you back here to celebrate it.
Thanks, babe.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Reneé.
it. Thanks,
of course.
babe.